Everyone, it's Kirei here for Bramble Fox with another layout using some of the fabulous new perspectives that are in the shop now. I'm using a couple of the sets, the London Cityscape and the London Elements set. They're not exactly new, they have been around before, but they've been brought back by popular demand. Yeah, now I live near London, so these were perfect for me to use because I do get into the city on a fairly regular basis doing different bits. Like here, my photos are of a trip to the theatre. Yeah, so that's about that. This layout is going to be is really representing the fact that we do love going into London to see the different shows that are available, and there are so many in the West End. Okay, so I have pulled out. This is the Hip Kit Club from June 2024, and I had this. It's a pre-cut layered city skyline. And I thought that would just be perfect to tie in with the London perspectives. So, representing obviously a trip into London. Um, I've pulled them out. I'm layering them up. I'm just working out where everything's going to go. Now I did just distress the edges on this cityscape here, just because I like to add that little bit of extra texture. And then I'm just sticking them down. Now I'm just adding the first two layers of the skyline, and I'm sticking those just flat. I mean, there's effectively, I've only stuck it at the bottom, so the top edges I will just sort of lift up slightly. Now, the next two layers, I am going to add some foam tape to the top of them, just to raise them slightly because, again, I wanted to add that extra dimension, but it also then allows me to tuck down some elements in behind it, which I will do with my photos. Initially, I didn't think I was going to do that, actually. I thought I'd have the photos sitting sort of across the top, but actually, it looked much nicer having them just popped in, just tucked in behind part of the skyline. So added my foam tape to the top, and then it's just going to sit flat at the bottom. And then I will also do the same with the next layer as well. And then we've just got this little pop of blue. And then that's sort of my background. And then it was really about adding the embellishments. So this layer actually came together relatively quickly, which is pretty good for me because I'm quite a slow scrapbooker. It might look on video that everything happens really, quick and I'm just popping it all together. Well, it's not like that in real life, let me tell you. I spend a bit of time, off video figuring out what embellishments I'm going to use, where I'm going to sit things, what my title's going to be, and all those sorts of things. So yeah, I'm definitely not a quick scrapbooker. I can't just video in one go the whole layout because I take time to, fiddle around and make sure I've got it all right. And it would be a really long video as well if we were filming everything. So yeah. Okay, so layers down. Now I've got the little road added on as well, and then I can bring in my embellishments. So I've got this fabulous London cityscape, and then I've got my three photos. And we went to the theatre to see Mrs. Doubtfire. Now we do like going to the theatre, and we probably go at least 3, 4 times a year. We take advantage, to be honest, when the theatre tickets come out. They have a number of different sort of sales through certainly early in the year, encouraging people to go straight after Christmas because it's obviously quite a time for the theatres. So you can pick up some really, really good bargains. I mean, and we always get great seats, in the stalls, relatively close to the front. Not right at the front because actually that's too close. You're sort of looking up at the stage. So yeah, so when we saw Mrs. Doubtfire was coming, I was like, we definitely have to go. I love the movie. It was great fun. And I thought, how's it going to work on, in the theatre? So, and it was fantastic. It was so good. The actor that played, Mrs. Doubtfire was brilliant. He had the accents he had, because he, does the different accents and that was fantastic. And it was really clever how he transformed into Mrs. Doubtfire on stage. That was great. Yeah. So yeah, it was exactly like the movie, which was great because that's sort of what we expected. So yeah, so loads of fun. Anyway, so here we go. I've mounted my photos now just on a a pale sort of blue pattern background, again tying into the colours that I've got in the papers. And then I've just got the red Perspectives, and that will just add that little pop of colour, which I really liked. I'm adding a little cluster down the bottom here. I've got this little vellum sort of row of buildings, and then I'm just layering up some elements over that along with the cute red postbox perspective. So it says we went here, which is exactly what happened. Okay, what have we done? Okay, oh, I've got paper snips. So these are paper snips number 62, and they come with the Foxbox. Or Foxbox Plus, I should say. So I've just got a few of those cut out there, and I'm going to figure out where I can get those added in. Just got a couple of little frames here. I'm just tucking in underneath at the top. I did start off with some tags, but I think I changed my mind on that and just decided to layer up a couple of the frames, just to continue the blue going up to the top of the layout. So yeah, if you're not a subscriber, I mean you don't know a lot about Bramble Fox, pop on over to the website bramblefox.co.uk and go to Foxbox, and you will find all the details on how to subscribe to their monthly Foxbox. And effectively, you'll receive every month a collection of their fabulous perspectives, their acrylic embellishments. And if you want to benefit even more, you can go with the Foxbox Plus, and you will get the A5 stencil, and you will get the paper snips cut apart sheet, and then the 5 epoxy flare. So yeah, so that's all the details are on the website, along with obviously all the other fabulous products, including these 2 sets that I'm using here. Okay, so I've now started to add a few more embellishments. I'm getting the perspective stuck down. So this fabulous London Cityscape piece, which makes a real statement, and I love how that looks in front of the layered sort of cityscape, I guess. And then I've got the iconic red London bus and the black cab, and they're going on the road, which is perfect. And then I've just added the red foam box on the top left there. And I'm just finishing off here with just adding in some extra elements to my clusters. I didn't want to add too much because I thought the cityscape layered up looked really cool, and I didn't want to sort of cover everything up. So I'm just adding a few sentiments up there. So I've got good times. I'm adding, which one is this? I think, is it one of the paper snips? Yes, it is. Collecting memories one day at a time. And then I'll add another sticker that says we're here. There we go, that's the one there. And then I think I will and then I'll add a few more little bits and pieces, so some puffy stickers. And I decided actually, because I had the silver in the vellum at the bottom, I wanted to add a little bit more silver into the top. I've only got it on the little circular vellum there that says good times. So yeah, here we go, some of the vellum stickers. And I'm just going to add a few of those around. I'll add in some little arrows at the bottom here. So there we go, just 3 of those. And then I'll add in just some silver dots and a few more arrows to the top, and then a few puffy stickers. And I'm pretty much, that sort of side of it's done. And then I'll finish off my title, which I think you're going to see in just a moment. I'm not going to call it just London. It's going to be Love London Theatre. So yeah, so just adding in those little silver puffy dots. Okay, and then here we go. I've added the love already because that's a hip kit alpha. Then I'm going to add London, and then I'm adding a silver doodlebug alpha underneath it to say theatre. So I love the mix of the 3 different fonts. I thought it worked really well. So yeah, there we go. And then I'll just add the theatre. And then I'm done, actually, other than adding some journaling, of course, which I always do, no matter if it's just a line or 2. I always add journaling to my layout. It just allows me to sort of remember what we're doing, but it also allows me to pop a date on. So when I'm adding them into my albums, I keep them in date order. There we go. And here is the final layout. I hope you've enjoyed watching the process video. Some of the close-ups here of those fabulous perspectives from the 2 sets, the London Cityscape and the London Element set. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.